What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, I need something from y'all. I need y'all to let me know if having a name roster is a big deal or not a big deal. Because I'm on the little tip of I really don't care if you have a name roster or not. And when I say name roster, it's going to be mostly generic names. I ain't going through this whole roster and give everybody their real name. It's not going to happen. But you guys can let me know if it's a big deal, because I'm down just to have the players' numbers until every team has had 4 years of recruiting, and then that's when everybody will have, you know, names on their roster, because it'll be all incoming freshmen, and the freshmen will turn into sophomores, juniors, and then seniors, obviously. Right? So let me know how big of a deal it is. If you want the names, let me know. If you really don't care, you just want this to get started as soon as possible, let me know. Because of course, if I gotta name everybody and give them the actual name, it's just gonna take longer. So please let me know, because I want to start this off as soon as possible. Check out the unis, y'all. I like these unis. Little red, white, and blue action. I just wanted to go away from what I normally do. I normally go black with gold for SAU, black and blue with ATU, and then of course Prime U is red and black. So I kind of wanted to go away from that, and these are kind of bright, but I like them. I think that they look good. And I was gonna do a Washington Generals dynasty. Now somebody let me know that the Washington Huskies actually replaced this school. It was supposed to be the Washington Generals. That's the story that I remember. I could be wrong. If I'm butchering the story, I apologize, but that's the story that I got. So I did my own little research. Couldn't really find too much research on it. Of course, you have schools that are named after George Washington, and you actually have a Washington Generals University or a college that has a football team on it. I believe it's in Virginia somewhere. So I didn't want to just do that, didn't want to copy and paste. So I figured that I will use the colors that he said that this school was supposed to be. He said that there was supposed to be red, white, and blue. Somebody else suggested that I do a Coast Guard University, since, you know, all of the military universities and academies, they run the option, you know what I mean, like Army, Navy. I believe the Air Force still does. So I was like, no, let's just keep it with the red, white, and blue theme. Call the team the Generals. And we are going to be in the state of Washington. We will be taking out the Huskies. And there's one main reason for that. I want ATU to be our rival. It's really that simple. You know what I mean? I want ATU to be our rival. So I'm going to put us as Washington, because if you remember, I took out Washington State to bring in ATU. So they would just naturally be rivals. And I think that would be a dope way to end every year. So yes, we're going to be back in the Pac-10. Back in the Pac-10 yet again. I know we've done the Pac-10 a lot. We still got the Marcus Mariota not road to glory, but race for Heisman. That's of course in the Pac-10 as well. I know, I'm sorry. Some people get tired of seeing the same things over and over again. So the name of the school is Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier University. It's the biggest, tallest mountain in the state of Washington. We are located in Pull-ups. I wrote the name down. It's not in front of me right now, but it's the closest city to there. This city is like, I believe it said like 35 miles outside of Seattle, about 10 miles or something like that outside Tacoma. Those are two pretty prominent cities in Washington. So I figured let's put a college in the nearest city closest to the mountain. Anyways, as you guys can see, this gameplay right here is on varsity, so don't get your hopes up. One thing that I will do is I'm going to make everybody's speed 5 points higher. I'm picking Cupcake. Alright, we did academic with ATU. We're still struggling with Prime U. We haven't gotten Prime U to where I want them to be. But we're gonna go Cupcake. Looking at academic, I don't know what was wrong with EA Sports. I guess all academic schools, you know what I mean, are all white. Again, I mean, I'm not trying to make this a whole race thing, but like, come on, man. Like, come on now. Come on. You can look at Princeton and Harvard. They got black people that play for their schools. I believe Steve Atwater's son played for Princeton. You know what I mean? So come on now. But so I decided to go with Cupcake. It's gonna be harder. But look, you got white people, black people. You know what I mean? We're all getting along and we're all playing football together. That's how it should be, man. So this is the squad, man. Mount Rainier is the name. Again, I'm gonna bump everybody's speed up 5 points. That's it. I'm not gonna touch anything else. Not gonna touch awareness. Not gonna touch tackling. Not gonna touch blocking. I'm just gonna bump everybody's speed. Actually, I might bump up blocking for my O-line. Instead of their speed, I might just bump up blocking by 5 points. Not each category. I'm going to use 5 points, so I might use 3 points on run block, 2 points on pass block, all 5 on pass, all 5 on run. But we're just going to use 5 points, and it's all going to be on speed for my for everybody else. D-line included will be speed, and for my O-line, I use 3 points here, 2 points there, or use all 5 points when it comes to their blocking attributes. Yeah. ATU is going to be our rival. Now, even if we don't go with the name roster, I will take, again, I'm going to take what you guys want into consideration, and I'm going to do what you guys want. Just remember, it's going to be fake names, all right? You're going to be seeing Reggie Bush. I mean, Reggie Bush will probably have his name. I usually go with guys like that, you know, the stars of the college football scene back then. I usually give them their name, but again, it's not a big deal. But no matter what we do, Aaron Coley is going to be in this dynasty. We will also be adding Fry to this dynasty, and I believe his name was Ward, right? I believe the cornerback's name was Ward. We're probably going to have him there too and try to make ATU as beastly as possible. So when we can finally beat them, that will be something, you know what I mean? That would just be fun, cool to see. You know what I mean? Because Washington State has kind of been an even rivalry. I don't know the record, you know, off the top of my head, but from what I can remember, what can I see, or just remember, I should say, it's kind of been an even rivalry. You know, in the Pac-10, Oregon State, that's been one-sided for a very long time. Cal, Stanford, at times Stanford has dominated, at times Cal has dominated. USC, UCLA used to be quite even. Not so much, you know what I mean, you know, during the 06 era, definitely not. Pete Carroll era, definitely not. It was totally one-sided in USC's favor. But I think I'm kind of want to go that route with ATU. Now I'm going to try my best to make sure that ATU and SAU are going to be, you know, how I built them. You know, SAU was kind of a spread. I would like to think that ATU was more of like a balanced attack, more of a pro-style offense, you know. So I'm going to try to make sure that they play that way, because if you notice, in all my other dynasties where we add SAU, we add ATU, they usually run the option. And if we're going to be option school, I don't want them to be option school. I want them to be kind of how I left them. Of course, it could change because you never know what could happen with the coaches and stuff like that. As far as the other option school, I love the idea of turning programs into option programs. I don't know how I want to name that series. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to create a coach, and the coach might just be me, might just be Miles Dawkins or whatever. And we're going to have the risk of being fired, and we're going to have the reward of moving up and maybe being hired by other programs and so on and so forth. We kind of did that with SAU, so I kind of want to do that here. That was kind of by accident with SAU, that I could get fired and I could get hired. I remember after year 2, I was on the chopping block, and then I turned off my PS2 because I was making a video. Not because I wanted to cheat, but just because I was making a video. So I didn't want to, boom, okay, I'm not recording this. Let me, like, just do this over real quick, because I was not expecting to get fired. So, yeah. So that's when I asked you guys if you guys wanted me to start up a new one, yada, 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 right? So then when I turned on my PS2 again, jumped into the same file, jumped into the exact same everything, all of a sudden I kept my job. So, I don't know what went on there, but I'm going to leave firing on for that dynasty. For this dynasty, for Prime U, firing is off, because I want those schools to be around for as long as I feel like using them, controlling them, and so on and so forth. But I'm thinking about using a small school, very small school in a small conference, making them an option team, whether they have the personnel for that option team or not. I love that idea. And then if I get hired at a new school, get a contract at a new school, because that's what happened at SAU too. I also got a job offer from Oklahoma, which I thought was pretty dope, man. So if I get a job offer someplace else, we're gonna continue the dynasty, but with that school. So, you know, that's why I might call it something else, NCAA 06, like follow a head coach or something like that. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there, when we cross that bridge. But yeah, this is the squad, man. Again, don't get hyped about this gameplay. It's just varsity. So those picks were bad, but again, I'm gonna bump up. I mean, I think I'm gonna just, yeah, 5 speed for everybody, even the quarterbacks, and then bump up the blocking just a little bit for the offensive linemen. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what we're gonna do, man. So the unis are like this. Those are their natural away unis. The alternate away unis are the same, except for they have blue pants, blue socks at the bottom, white at the top with blue shoes. The alternate home is all red with blue outlines. It's red and white with little hints of blue in the uniform as well. So maybe I'll show you guys that before we kick off the actual series. And again, if you guys want named rosters with the actual players' names for some of the star players back then, it will take a little bit of time because I no longer have that saved file. There will be no Mike Vick in this series. There will be no Tim Tebow. I did that just to have some fun. Some people didn't get it, so I don't want to confuse anybody because, again, some people just don't get it. And I want everybody to be on like the same page when we kick this off, man. So that's that, you guys. This is a cupcake dynasty because I wanted to have a whole bunch of different races on my team, not just all black, not just all white, you know what I mean? Trying to bring everybody together. But that's that, y'all. I'm a Bowdy. Hope the rest of your day is the best today. Hope you guys are excited. I'm gone. Peace. Love. How's